Hello there fellow model makers and welcome to part 5 of my Revell 1/72 scale B-17F Memphis Belle build. We have almost completed the painting of the kit last time, but I forgot to paint the leading edges of the wings and the tail black. So I start by masking these sections off. The leading edges of the wings are the first to be painted. Next, I mask and paint the tail section. With all the painting done, it is time to reactivate the hairspray by brushing some water on the surface. I let the water get soaked in for a few seconds and then, using a cocktail stick, I start adding the chipping. I focus on the wing roots and other places where there would be more wear and tear. With the chipping done, I protect the paint job with some clear varnish. I am using the scanned gloss varnish. With the gloss varnish dry, I fix the decals. Now these are not really the best decals I have seen. The biggest problem being that they are not in proper register. As you can see here on the wing marking, you can clearly see the white outline. I would strongly recommend that you buy aftermarket decals for this kit. Once all the decals were fixed, I gave the kit another coat of gloss varnish. While the varnish dries, I used the time to put together some remaining pieces. I had bought these aftermarket wheels, but when I compared them with the kit wheels, I found the latter to be better. So back go the aftermarket wheels to be used another day. All the landing gear parts were now given a coat of black. The supercharger parts were given a base of brown. Parts of the supercharger and exhaust on the kit were also hand painted with brown. The wheel hubs and landing gear parts were painted with AK Interactive's Extreme Metal Steel. The tires are hand painted black. I will now make an oil wash using lamp black and burnt umber. The paints are diluted with turpentine. The wash is now liberally applied all over the kit. Once the wash was relatively dry, I wiped away the extra wash with some paper towels. Since this is an oil-based wash, one does not need any thinner or alcohol or spirit to wipe away the wash. The entire kit is now given a coat of matte varnish. To give the supercharger parts a rusty finish, I use Vallejo pigments. For the exhaust streak, I start with AK's medium rust. This will act as the base for further effects. I spray light streaks. Next, I spray Tamiya's X19 smoke. Lastly, I go in with satin black. The landing gear parts are now given a wash with Tamiya's black panel line color. Once dry, the extra wash is wiped away with a Q-tip dipped in odorless spirit. To add dust and mud to the wheels, I use pigments and a fixer. While the pigment is drying on the wheels, I use the same pigment and add splatter to the area around the wheel wells and some random spots on the underside of the aircraft. Once dry, the extra pigment is wiped away with a Q-tip dipped in odorless spirit. The landing gear is now glued in place. Now on to unmasking the clear parts. I had bought these aftermarket gun barrels for the kit. Of all the things that I bought for this kit, these barrels and the canopy masks proved to be the most useful. The barrels are in two parts but easy enough to assemble with some patience. The first thing is to clean the inside of the barrel jacket with a narrow drill. Then the barrel is inserted and glued in place with a tiny bit of super glue. Any extra glue is wiped away with a Q-tip. I cut off the plastic barrel and drill a hole for the photo H1. The barrel is now glued in place, once again with a tiny bit of super glue. The difference between this and the kit barrel is noticeable, and I really like the realism these added to the kit. I use AK Interactive's black base for the guns. The guns are now glued in place. Right then, fellow model makers. This is my take on Revell's 1/72nd scale B-17F Memphis Belle. I hope you enjoyed the series. If you did, please do leave a like. For more videos on scale modeling, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time, good luck and happy model making.